Hey everyone, today I'm going to do a video on my channel that I have never done before. I think I've mentioned wanting to do videos like this. I think the first person I've seen, at least that I can remember, is Kelly Gooch. I think that's how you say her name. I will link her channel down below. I did ask her if I could do this video because I'm pretty much creating a dupe palette for some of the newer releases, and I did watch her Milk Cosmetics Gemini dupe video, and then she just filmed one today. This is probably not going to be up for like a few days though, but she did a dupe palette video for the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. So I am doing these are the two palettes that I've been interested in, that's why I watched those videos. So I am doing a video on a dupe of those two palettes, so I am giving her credit for this video. This is not my idea. So I mean, it's something I've been thinking about for a while, but I have seen hers and I have seen other people do fairly similar videos to this, but she's the only one I can recall right now off the top of my head. Anyway, today I actually used my Milk Cosmetics dupe on my eyes. I put a look on Instagram, I think it was a week or two ago, with a green eyeshadow look inspired by Milk Cosmetics Gemini palette after I watched her dupe video. And that was with a few different palettes. This one is actually all ColourPop. I bought some more ColourPop green eyeshadows because I really liked how that look came out, so that's why I did an all ColourPop look today. Dupe for the Milk Cosmetics Gemini palette. I will go over swatches and then we will go into the Flamingo palette from Violet Voss. I'm going to do the top row and the bottom row of swatches. I do have one extra shadow that I would add to this. I added, I think, more greens than they had. There was two different matte greens in that palette. Anyway, I'm going to put the picture of the original palette up here, and I'm going to hold the other palette right here. So this is the last shade in there, which is L12. All my number letter shadows are from ShopMissA. It won't fit in the palette that I made though, but I will do swatches. And so all these singles are either from ShopMissA or from ColourPop. Here is my palette. So the top row and then the bottom row. And I attempted to put them in a fairly similar order. You guys will see right there if you want to see comparison. But I would have added one more dark green. But I wanted to keep it as similar to the palette as I can. So I am going to zoom you in now that you've seen the comparison of the original right there and my version, and we're going to do some swatches and I'll give you guys the names. So we have M5, P1, and this can be interchangeable with Come and Get It. They're very similar. This is a little less of a duochrome. I'm not sure exactly what the Melt one is. This is M9. This one's M9. M14 and M15. So the whole top row is ShopMissA shadows. ShopMissA shadows are $2.50 each unless you can get them on sale. I think I paid $2.50 for most of mine though. So and this down here is ColourPop Team Captain, ColourPop Rose All Day, ColourPop Tea Garden, ColourPop Sideline, and ColourPop Paper Tiger. And then I have the one additional, which is L12 from ShopMissA. I really do like the ShopMissA shadows. Some of them are drier. I've gotten rid of some that I haven't liked, but majority of them are super smooth. Like these two mattes are so smooth. So that is the first row, and you can see this is very similar to the palette. Even let me deepen this one up for you guys. There we go. Like that is very similar to the first 5 shades. And you can find these shades in pretty much most warm tone palettes. So then we're going to swatch the second row. And these are the ones I used on my eyes today, if you guys are curious. I wasn't sure if I'd like Rose All Day because you can't really tell how green it is. Online you can't really tell how green it is, but I really do like it. It's a very pretty yellowy green. And I've had Paper Tiger for a little bit longer than these green shades, and I really like it. And I'm kind of interested in Tiki. I already have in the yellow though. So that's the last row. So here are my swatches again. The shimmers from the TaraMichelleZ can be a little chunky, but they last for a long time. So this is my dupe palette for the Melt Cosmetics Gemini. I was really interested in the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, but I was interested in those greens, so I decided to buy 4 greens from ColourPop. The rest of the colors I already owned, so it wasn't a big deal to me, so I bought 4. I didn't get them on sale, but you can get them on sale, get 4 shades and get a free palette to put them in for 12 bucks. I spent 16 because I was impatient and I wanted to get them. And I do really like how the olivey greens look on my eyes, so this is something I will use again. When you are interested in a new palette, search your collection, let it like fester for a bit. That's kind of a weird term, but let it sit for a little bit and see if you actually really want that palette. You can also find singles. I find that a lot of palettes nowadays only have a few shades that I really like, and you'll see with the Flamingo palette there are a few shades I don't have and I may end up purchasing. So, but this is very close to the Gemini palette, and I have no interest in purchasing the Gemini palette anymore. 3 of these shades will be in the Flamingo dupe palette, so I will be right back with that. I forgot to mention, but in the Gemini palette there is a black shade. I have a black in my Naked 2 palette, and I think in another few palettes, but I do not have a single, so I couldn't add that in there. And I don't feel it is necessary. I rather would have seen a darker foresty or olive green, so that's why I added the darker olive green shimmer. But that is one color that I did not have in my dupe palette. Same with the Flamingo palette. I won't have a black shade. I really think it would have been better if they added a dark purple shade, a dark purple matte. So I do have a dark purple, but it's not a matte, so I did add that instead of the black. But this one's the one I have in here isn't quite a shimmer shade, so yes. So I'm going to show you guys my palette. And this is a TaraMichelleZ palette, and I lined it up exactly like the direction and everything of the Violet Voss one, and I saw this in this like format in Kelly's video, so there. I don't know if I would have lined them up like this. I wouldn't even probably have thought of it, but I think it helps. So I'm going to show you guys right here what the real palette looks like. So on the top row, I didn't have that, I guess it's a cooler tone shimmery purple, so I did put ColourPop 143. I really like that tone of purple, so it is something I am looking for. For the second row, I didn't have that shade Watermelon. This one's the closest thing I had. I don't know how they swatch though. The third row, I think I got pretty close. I don't have a bright orange, but I do in palettes. The fourth row is a little off because this shade is Glass Bowl, and the one in the Flamingo palette has more of a blue hint, but I don't have anything like that. It's also a very pretty color, and I'd like to look for a dupe. In Kelly's video, she used a, what's it called? She used a ColourPop shadow. I don't remember the name of it, but I am interested in that shadow now because it's really pretty. And then in the last row, which is probably the most different from this, I have, actually this is an Urban Decay shadow. So I have, this light pink is kind of close. This Urban Decay shadow is not really that close, but it's as close as I could get. I don't really have a dark red brick matte, so I put this one in here. And then this I put instead of the black. So we're going to go in order of the rows, and I'll show you guys the swatches. This is Hop On, Fair Play, both from ColourPop, L4 from TaraMichelleZ, and 143 from ColourPop. We have Baseline from ColourPop, Slay Fair from ColourPop, Formation from ColourPop, and I think this last one's Poodle from ColourPop. Some of these were in Kelly's video as well. This is a TaraMichelleZ shade. It's very close to Tiki. This is P12. Then I have Paper Tiger, M9 and M14. So M9 and M14. Glass Bowl, Making Moves, Come and Get It, Labyrinth. So Glass Bowl, Making Moves, Come and Get It, and Labyrinth. This light shimmery pink is called On the Fence. This is On the Fence. This is an Urban Decay shadow. I think it's called Last Call. It's so hard to get out because I have sticky stuff on it. Yeah, Last Call. Stay Golden. And this last one is P9. So On the Fence, Urban Decay Last Call, Stay Golden, and P9. Which means it's a pearlized finish. So I'm going to swatch the first 10 colors and then the second. I think I'll do both arms, so this way you guys can see all of them together. Ignore the staining on my arm from the other swatches. (143) is a bit powdery, but I find it's okay to blend in the crease. I'm not really a fan of Formation because I'm not a fan of these tealy colors, but it does work fairly well. All their super colorful mattes aren't the most pigmented, and they're a little bit powdery, but I do enjoy them. So that is the first 10 shades. I know those some of those swatches look really bad, but I don't know why they swatch so bad. They feel much, there's like this 143 feels very dry. So that's the first 10, and we're going to go on to the second 10. The Shot Miss A, a lot of the colors do feel smoother than the ColourPop. But like I said, I usually use these on my eyes and I have no problem with them. I don't have makeup all over my clothes. So that's what the second 10 shades look like. And if you see my swatches, I do have a lot less shimmer. That's what I have available in my singles, but here we go. Those are my swatches. They're not the best swatches in the world, but I do enjoy how this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also go check out Kelly's videos. She does have other single shadows that so the ones that you're going to see from her are going to be a little different than what you would have seen from me. She also has, I'll link both the videos below. She has one she posted today for the Flamingo palette, and another from a few days ago for the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. So yep, that's it. These are my swatches. So if you guys have any of these colors, or you're interested in a color similar to this, now you know. Now you can buy it instead of spending $45 on a whole palette. I am very interested in the Violet Voss formula, so if it did go on sale, I may still pick it up, because there are colors in it that I do not have. But at this time, I am not picking it up, or the Melt Cosmetics, because that one's sold out. But yes, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.